NAVAIR is a large organization, 37,000 people. The strength of this command is its people, and the more we can be inclusive and understand the value that each member brings is the strength that will come out of that.
Diversity for me is all-inclusive. Anything you can think of to come together creates a diverse organization, and I think we need a little bit of everybody from everywhere.
Diversity allows us to bring together differences, different thoughts, different ideas, different opportunities, and produce a better result.
When I talk about differences, we think a lot of the obvious ones, gender, race, age, but less obvious ones are degrees, our backgrounds, our skills, our cultures, where we grew up. So diversity to me really encompasses all of those types of elements about people being different.
When you integrate people and their ideas, then that improves your product, number one. Plus, it makes people feel comfortable in participating on the team.
Since I'm in a wheelchair, I've found that once people get past the notion that here's a person in the wheelchair, they accept me. And if I'm judged on my ability to perform and my character and not my appearance or disabilities.
There's a tremendous strength and value in pulling together diverse folks, pulling them into NAVAIR, putting them onto teams, and it's a challenge that we're dealing with right now in the command.
NAVAIR's Diversity Council is our senior leaders who are committed to our people and our goals. We need to come together and talk about what are our issues, what are concerns, and what are we as senior leaders doing to enhance that climate of embracing diversity.
As an organization, we should always look for two attributes in anybody. The brightest thinkers and the hardest workers. And if the population of the country is changing to where there's more people coming up through the educational system out of a different race, ethnic background, you name it, where do you think the smartest, hardest working people will be?
We need people to look at NAVAIR and see America, but we need it more importantly because it is critical to our ability to do our jobs.
To reach out to different cultures, to different races, is a terrific opportunity in this command.
In that balance of the organizational activities and the fighting of our wars, there's a need to ensure that we have the right people with the right skill sets and the right jobs.
So you have to look forward and understand where you're going to find that pool of diverse students to interview and recruit and bring here to NAVAIR.
Since they value diversity, they want to give everyone an opportunity, but you need to be able to do the mission, of course.
What's more complicated than trying to land an aircraft on an aircraft carrier? We need to have the best and the brightest with a broad diversity of background to help us solve those problems. Not just when it comes to building an aircraft, developing an aircraft, testing an aircraft, supporting an aircraft. We need to have the best ideas for our warfighter.
When I look at the flight deck from the bridge of a carrier, you can see the rainbow colors of the shirts that are out there. You can see the plane captains and the fuel department guys, the grapes, if we will, the quality assurance people, the ordnance folks. Watching is like a ballet in motion. Behind those shirts and under those shirts are all different walks of life of people, and the shirts are emblematic of what our diversity is within the Navy and how it works when people know they have a common goal and mission, they value what each one does, they depend on each other, and they grow to appreciate those differences and why they have to have those other folks around them to strengthen them personally.
Being able to use those differences to our advantage, I think, is key to a diverse workforce so that we can get things done as efficiently and effectively as possible.
I know everybody in this organization comes to work day in and day out wanting to contribute in one way or the other, and we value that diverse input to deal with the complex systems that we deal day in and day out with naval aviation.
You need to insert some other opinions, some other ideas, some other thought processes, so that you can get a true, well-rounded organization. You really need to include thought, you need to include individuals, and you need to be open about, the conversation that you're having within the workforce.
We have the right people focused on diversity, and we have great initiatives in place. I think the most powerful thing that we can do now is foster inclusion and stamp out any behavior that doesn't incorporate inclusion into our culture, or we will not survive.
If you don't value each other, then no one else is going to mandate that you do. It has to come from a core value that says, I respect other people and I want to be around those people, and you'll get strength from that.